Hello, my friends. So Amber's back, and she went live, and it's not members only. So I thought, let's just see what she has to say. Maybe she's come back and she's a whole new person who's not completely delusional and narcissistic, but we'll see. And this will be most of it, but I will probably skip a handful of parts because some of it was just kind of boring and not really all that interesting. But for the most part, this is everything that I thought was interesting. If you'd like to like and subscribe, that would literally be hectic. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm gonna make pasta after this live stream. I'm really excited. I'm gonna do a sun-dried tomato pesto, and I'm pumped. You have no idea. Did you stream this differently? I can't put it on my TV for some.
I understand getting excited for food. When you know you're going to be eating something really good, it can be exciting. Like if you have plans at your favorite restaurant or something, like, yeah, but that is her excitement. You know, knowing she's going to eat something good is like the most exciting thing in her life. So, I mean, that's kind of sad, you know?
Your hair looks cute. Aw, look down so we can see. It's just some butterfly clip type deals.
So she is looking a little bigger, and butterfly clips, you know? Okay.
Are you planning on setting a LinkedIn page? No. Mama's hair is absolutely gorgeous. I know. I was like, okay, pop off. I'm obsessed.
Mama Lynn has always had really long hair, and she recently cut it. And of course, Girl World was quick to find the picture on Facebook and start passing it around. And overwhelmingly, everybody likes it. Everybody thinks it's great. But Amber has always been against her mom cutting her hair. Go figure.
I just processed that stress mess that was a super chat from a non-member, I'm assuming. Okay, so I guess
that makes sense. The chat is members only, meaning you have to pay to chat. So super chats, even if somebody's not a member, kind of makes sense, right? Because if you're paying to chat, then super chats sort of fit into that idea. So yeah, that kind of makes sense.
Wow, I have so many likes on this already. Thank you guys. I appreciate it so much. Top fans right now is Katie Sloan. Stress.
Yeah, I noticed she had a lot of likes. Like, look at this. This is really unusual for her. I just liked it. As you can see, she usually has an overwhelming amount of dislikes. So I'm not sure. Well, let me refresh actually and see. There it is. It just hadn't it just hadn't caught up yet. Oh my God. I don't even know where we were. Crap.
Fans right now is Katie Sloan, Stress Mess, and Fatal Bunny. Thank you.
That was like perfect. Hell yeah. Okay. We got a lot to get through. Let's get to it.
But yeah, today's been kind of just like a whatever type of day. Rachie, hi. Welcome to Stream Queen.
Like every day isn't a whatever type of day. Okay. Like her life is a whatever kind of life, you know? Today just happened to be a whatever kind of day. Shut up.
How do I become a member? Can't find it. I can actually do a link. I think I can post a link.
Somebody chatted, which is members only chat, asking how do I become a member? I don't think that's real. You know, somebody was planted to say that because you have to be a member to even ask that question. So she could have easily just pretended like somebody asked that, you know?
You guys anyone can join if you want to join. I kind of like going on from my laptop too. Like, I mean, from my phone, because I'm also able to like use my laptop for like moments like this, which is kind of cool. I kind of vibe with it. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, so a couple things. Number one, it's in portrait mode, which is dumb. Whatever. It's not like she ever does anything. But number two, like having a 2-screen setup, especially when YouTube is your job, is not that hard to do. And you can do both. And you can share your screen. You can learn how to like show people what you're looking at and stuff like that. But no, that's way too much effort. All she wants to do is just film herself talking, period.
Girly Pop, where you been? I don't know where I've been. I've been lost.
If you watched my most recent video and the expose on Mr. Snowflake or Mr. Beardflake, you'll know exactly where she's been.
I used to only brush my teeth like every single night when I would shower, and then I would have a separate toothbrush for like the mornings. And I realized while doing that, I prefer brushing my teeth in the shower. Like, because then you don't have to worry about it all dribble dabbling down like your face and all that. So Um,
All right, so the dribble dabbling down is a little weird because you're an adult, but I understand what she means. Like, you don't have to worry about it being messy. And oddly enough, I tried brushing my teeth in the shower years ago just because I don't even know why I started doing it, but it really is nice to, when you get out of the shower, literally for me, I shave and brush my teeth and do everything in the shower so that when I get out, all I have to do is get dressed and go. I don't have to do anything else. I don't keep my toothbrush in the shower, by the way. It's outside the shower. But I agree with her on that one.
why aren't you posting? Did you already get a job? I have not already got a new job. I haven't been posting because I just needed like a little break type deal, but
Notice she says, I haven't already got a new job.
why don't you get the same haircut Mama Lynn has? It'd make you look 10 years younger. I don't know. I feel like it would make you look older, fatter. It's not my style. I prefer the longer hair. That's just what I like.
She is just deathly afraid of change, first of all, but she's also super afraid to not have that long hair covering her when she wants it. You know, she thinks having this long hair makes her look thinner for whatever reason. She is convinced that her hair helps to make her look thinner. It doesn't.
And then I brush it in the morning out of the shower. And I was just saying I prefer the shower brushing. I have dental issues just because my whole family has dental issues. Like almost every single person in my family has like fake teeth. And I'm just like, I kind of low key like am jealous about it because I'm so tired of like all of these just teeth issues.
Yeah, there you go. Just like her weight, just like everything in her life, it's genetics. It's not something that she has any control over. It's that external locus of control. Nothing is ever her responsibility.
Bring back Buzzball Lynn. No, I don't drink anymore. I don't smoke anymore. I'm just a sober girly. I'm living the sober life. And I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I would love to get high. I have feelings of like, damn, that sounds so nice right now, but I'm just not gonna do that to myself because I realize that like getting high actually, like, yeah, it feels good in the moment, but I get really depressed the next day and I'm just like not in it to win it. So
Wait a minute. You're telling me there is a thing that you love to do and that you know that after you do it, you get depressed or feel terrible, so you choose not to do it. Yet, you will not do that with food. Okay. I'm not buying it. I think she's getting high all the time. I don't think she has the self-control or the willpower to just tell herself, no, I'm not going to get high or I'm not going to drink or whatever. Because if she could do that, she could do it with food.
not Kevin. I have no idea what you just said. No edibles either, Era. No, I'm absolutely sober.
Think about what's happening here, right? She disappeared for a couple weeks, which, whatever. She goes AWOL every once in a while. It doesn't really matter. And her idea of entertainment, and I know I bring this up quite a bit, but it really is just baffling to me, is just her opinions on herself, basically. She's never going to talk about politics. She's never going to talk about video games, other than a passing mention every once in a while. And she's not smart enough, and she doesn't have the work ethic or the motivation to do something on her stream that's actually entertaining, you know, like pull up another screen and react to somebody else's content or react to something in the news or some kind of entertainment thing going on. You know, most of the time, if you watch a live streamer that it's just sort of a commentary live streamer, they will bring up, you know, videos of other things and talk about it. You know, like Moist Critical, for example, just talks, you know. He does play some video games and stuff, but generally speaking, if somebody says, hey, have you heard about this new thing? Like, for example, the couple that got caught at the Coldplay concert that is the talk of the internet right now, that is something that a lot of people on live streams are going, oh yeah, let's go look at that. And they go watch the video and laugh with their audience and they have an opinion about it. But Amber won't talk about any of that. I mean, she might mention it. Like if somebody asks her, she'll say, oh yeah, I saw that. That was funny or whatever. And that's it. But this is her idea of entertaining an audience. It's hard to convey when I say she's talking about herself. I'm talking like not even giving her opinions about stuff, just talking about herself. Oh my God, this is so weird. And people, I guess, like it. She got like 400 and something likes right off the bat. And she has several members. There are enough people out there that enjoy just listening to her talk about herself. I don't get it, man.
Yeah. Sugar glider, I just feel a lot better. I had a lot of anxiety the last 2 weeks and I'm feeling better. I'm feeling better for sure. So wow, so many people are watching right now. Thank you. I appreciate that a lot. Like it means the world to me.
It's mostly haters. Don't flatter yourself.
Oh my gosh, the butterfly clips, 90s vibes. Hell
And she's only going to hear mostly positivity because it's members only chat, you know?
yeah, it is. Like I love the 90s. I wore butterfly clips a lot when I was younger. I'm thinking of taking
Yeah, and that's when you wear them, when you're younger.
a break from weed advice. Thank you for the super chat. Advice. Just like do it. That's the only way that I was able.
Good advice, Amber. Yeah. Ask the person who's addicted to everything they touch, what is your advice for me quitting this thing? That's a good idea. Ask her. She'll know, you know. Surely she'll give great advice about it. What was that advice again, Amber?
Just like do it.
There you go. I mean, duh. That was brilliant.
So my mom's hair, you guys, it was so long and beautiful. I'm like, I can't. She cut it all off. So it's like up to here. She actually put more gray into her hair. And the reasoning for doing that was, she said when it grows out, it's just going to look more natural because she kind of wants to stop like the whole hair dye fiascos of it all. So
Hair dye fiascos of it all. Before we hear her say fiascos again, notice how she says, my mom's hair was so long and beautiful. And then she cut it almost like, I can't believe she would do that. And to her, to Amber, for some reason, she has decided that long hair is the only beautiful hair. Now, if you were to say that to her, she'd go, no, I don't think that at all. But that's just the way she talks, as though if your hair's not long, it is not beautiful. Her hair was so long and beautiful, and then she cut it all off. Gross. Yuck. I can't believe she would do that. You know, that's what it sounds like. But let's hear her say fiascos again.
Yeah, because she kind of wants to stop like the whole hair dye fiascos of it all. Hair dye fiascos of it all. Yeah, and I think it looks really cute. I think it looks really cute when she has like, cause she wears glasses sometimes. When she like puts her glasses back like this, like the hair looks so cute. I'm like, okay, pop off. I love it.
So it didn't sound like you love it when you were explaining that by cutting it, it was like she was committing a war crime or something.
So my mom's hair, you guys, it was so long and beautiful. I'm like, I can't. She cut it all off. Literally love it. 4 years clean from marijuana here. It's serious, one day at a time. The first month or two is the actual hardest, but you can do it. If I can do it after smoking for 20 years, so can you. Yeah, I will say, like, when I was at my heaviest smoking era, when I like first quit, like the first week I was getting like nauseous. I had like the loss of appetite. Like it just did not feel good. But those feelings like definitely.
Again, she always talks about stuff as though she's an expert, that she's done it and has been there and has conquered it, you know? But she'll start smoking again. She doesn't quit things that are bad for her for very long.
Go away. And yeah, it's hard, but like it's very doable and it's very possible. So yeah, like you'll definitely do it. Did you see ZM posted a new video about you? I think he's coming back to Girl World. I did watch it. I did.
And in case you couldn't understand her, somebody asked, did you see that ZM posted another video about you? I think they're coming back to Girl World, basically.
Are you asking for opinions? I don't think I have any.
Yeah.
I don't have any opinions. I just think that people need to definitely do things that improve their mental health. If they notice like, oh, taking this out of my life makes me feel better, then I say keep it out of your life. Obviously, like doing my content wasn't making Zach happy. So I'm in full support of Zach doing what he needs to do for himself, you know?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Look, she is so altruistic, you guys. If not talking about me makes Zach feel better, then that's what they should do. You know? That I'm just looking out for Zach, you guys, because I just don't want them talking about me. Oh, yeah. Oh, she's got a heart of gold, you know?
Andrew always says that my long hair makes me look matronly, and I'm not gonna lie about it. I don't even know what that word means.
So generally, when you talk about a matron, it's like the female head of the household. You know, it's like, this is the matron of the house, that kind of thing. But I like the actual definition of it. It says, denoting, relating to, or characteristic of a staid, which, by the way, staid is sedate, respectable, and unadventurous. So, an unadventurous or conservatively dressed older married woman, especially one with a somewhat heavy build. She looked matronly in a putty what? She looked matronly in a putty colored tweed two-piece. That's a good sentence, Google. Good job. I mean, does it make her look matronly? With the butterfly clips in her hair, I don't think there are any 12-year-olds that are running any households. So, no, I don't think so. But without the clips, also no.
Anything new in life? You've been gone for 2 weeks. My life is so empty. I'm falling apart without you. Oh my God, do not fall apart without me. Am I your favorite hobby? I get it. I have hobbies where it's like I need it or I'm like dunzo. Like I get it.
Imagine somebody's hobby being listening to this. Listening to her. Oh, that's a good shot, by the way. Listening to her, again, just talk ad nauseum about herself and just her thoughts on herself.
I've just needed time. And I'm also like, what do I film? What do I say? There's so much going on in my life that I don't want to talk about. But then the stuff that I do allow on my YouTube is like kind of boring. I'm not gonna lie. So I don't know. I'm kind of in like a weird place.
And that's the hole that she's sort of dug for herself, right? The interesting stuff is the relationship stuff. And that's just the case for everybody. You know, it's not like this is unique to Amberlynn. What people want to hear is stuff about your relationships, the drama, the tea. Even if your relationship is going good, people want to know about that kind of stuff. And she's not willing to talk about anybody but herself. So, yeah, I can imagine she probably started losing a lot of members, and her content is going to suffer because she's not willing to talk about the interesting parts of her life. And that's what she has based her entire channel on, whether she meant to or not. I don't think she did. I think from the beginning, of course, she thought it was a weight loss channel, but from the beginning, she talked about her relationships because that's all she really had. That's all she knew. And so that's what people got used to, and that's what people want to know about because she on her own is not all that interesting. So, yeah, that's just your channel, whether you like it or not.
They're saying you look like a middle-aged woman, which you don't. I don't think I look like one either, but I am a middle-aged woman, ain't I? I don't know. I'm fixing to be 35. That feels kind of.
I was going to say that's pretty fair because she's almost a middle-aged woman, pretty close. I mean, honestly, if you're taking the definition at face value, like middle-aged, she very well could be middle-aged right now, you know, if it's the middle of her lifespan. In fact, she's probably over the hill, you know. I think she's past middle age if she continues eating the way she does and stuff.
Other thing, I started to take 1 magnesium and 1 crumb daily. Cut my need for sweets like 90%. Unbelievable. But yeah, it seems works. Hugs and love. I have not heard about the GLP-1s. That's working for you. I'm glad you're making them public now. Thank you, Sandy Cheeks.
I love how people still try to give her advice as though she's ever going to take any of it, you know? Amber, have you heard of this GLP-1 tablet? And then also, if you do this and cut your sweets and blah, 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 like, who do you think she is? Have you never watched her videos? Do you have no idea what she's done? Like, how do you think any of that will ever register with her? She doesn't give a shit. She's not going to try anything long enough for it to work. So, I mean, whatever. Give her all the advice you want. Maybe one of these days you'll realize you are talking to a complete lost cause.
You look so cute tonight, girl. Thank you. I appreciate that. I was gonna wear this yesterday, but like, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm a swollen girly right now, and oh my God, this toothpaste needs to go. Like,
Swollen. That's what it is. It's just the swelling, you know? That's what it always is. It's never that she's gaining weight. It's just that she's swelling.
I hate it. I'm done.
Notice how she's always pulling her hair out like this. It's that soothing motion, that soothing mechanism that she needs that hair in front of her. For some reason, she thinks sort of subconsciously that that hair is covering the parts of her that she doesn't want people to see. And even though it doesn't cover up anything and it doesn't actually hide anything, it's just in her mind that it needs to be there just to make sure she's covering it up.
Oh yeah, I feel just like super swollen and I just feel like this did not look good. So like last minute, I think I wore this yesterday for maybe 5 seconds. No, like literally 5 minutes. And then I like put on something else. And then today I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm just gonna wear it because I like it. And whatever, I look how I look and it is what it is. So why not vlog walking with a stopwatch to show progress?
All of that just to say why she's wearing a shirt dress thing. This is the entertainment, folks.
Why not vlog walking with a stopwatch to show progress? That's a good idea. Thank you for the super chat.
So see, when somebody gives her an idea for something that might actually be entertaining, she just goes, that's a great idea. Thanks for the super chat, and moves on. Will that ever happen? Hell no, that's never going to happen. She's never going to take the advice. She's just going to read it if it's a super chat, say thank you, and move on.
I don't know, long is just my thing. I've had long hair since high school. I did in my early 20s, I did a chopperoni up to here. And I cried like a bitch. I was like, I cannot believe I just did that. Like, what am I doing? What am I doing? So
Maybe I'm the crazy one, but I have never understood when people get a hairdo or hairstyle or cut or whatever that they don't like, that they freak out about it. Like, it's just going to grow back, right? If you're lucky, mine won't. Unfortunately, I don't have the options you guys have to like style my hair. But for those of you who are lucky enough to have enough hair to do something with, if you get it cut too short or cut in a style you don't like, it's temporary. It's fine. Now, the only time I will understand that reaction is like if it's right before a wedding or right before something that you're going to be taking a lot of pictures for, something like that. Like that, I understand because your hair looks weird and it's going to be immortalized.
do you regret Rain and Petals? Do you regret Rain and Petals? Thank you, Elizabeth, for the super chat. I regret. Okay, so yeah, there's a lot that I regret. I regret sharing that story 100%. I should have just kept that shit to myself. I regret the way that I handled it afterwards as well.
So basically, what she's hinting at there, for anybody who knows the story of Rain and Petals Eavesdrop, she is saying, I wish I had kept that story to myself, meaning it happened, but the backlash, and she has said this before, I'm not speculating here.
Remember when I shared my story about Casey, and I still stand by every single thing I said about Casey. I still stand by that. No one believed me. No one believed a single thing I said. That has been one of the most torturous things that I've ever gone through in my actual lifetime. And no one believed a single thing that I said. I'm always the bad guy. And it's a lot for one fucking person to take on, especially like when I know my truth and I know what I'm saying is real. Like it has been torturous, literally torturous.
She has said, if I could do it over, I wouldn't tell that story.
What are things that you wish you didn't share online? Just personal stuff. Like, definitely, I would not share my abuse story that, like, completely just, I don't know.
She basically doubled down on saying that Casey SA'd her. And then she says she regrets how she handled it after that. She's talking about saying that she said the wrong word. So basically, she's tripling down by saying, I should have kept the true story to myself. And when I told the story, I should have just stayed with the truth because I came out and said I said the wrong word. So she is double tripling down on saying Casey SA'd her, even though Casey has given his side of the story and it is far more believable than hers.
Yeah. Does YouTube give you stats for the age, gender of your main viewers? Yes. And the analytics for sure. What was the highlight?
You think she looks at her analytics? You think she takes time to go through and look at numbers for her channel? Hell no. Other than the amount of money she's getting, she doesn't look at jack shit. She doesn't care. What would she do differently if she looked at her analytics and was like, 18 to 34 seem to be dropping. I should probably... No, she doesn't care. She doesn't change her content to appeal to a different demographic or something. She just does talking about herself. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, then pound sand. She doesn't care.
You and Eric are a hoot. I wish you called him and talked on live and reminisce. That would be so fun. I swear to you, like when me and Eric lived together, like we could talk for hours and hours and like literally not stop and go on every different tangent and topic and just like everything. And if podcasts were a thing back then, like yeah.
Yeah, apparently Eric is a lot like Amber, and he is one of those people that really likes to start drama and will like backstab you to start drama because he just likes to be in the middle of it. If you remember, there was a drama with Rafe a long time ago, and it all started because Eric was like, hey, Rafe, I heard you were having some issues with Amber. Me too, girl. Let's talk about it. And they talked about it. And then Eric went and immediately told Amber and started a feud between them and ended their friendship for a while.
He didn't like Amberlynn. And it's just funny to me that he never said that to her. Of course, he said bad stuff that I said, but no, he's not going to say anything about that. I apologized to her. I honestly apologized. And she wouldn't accept it. She just kept going back to stuff that I said to Eric. And I said, I'm sorry. I really am sorry from the bottom of my heart. I didn't want you to hear those things. I was just venting.
If what Rafe is saying is true, that is super shady of Eric to go and tell Amberlynn everything that she had said. Like, what would be the reason for that? You're going to make Amberlynn feel bad, you're going to cause major drama, and you're going to cause Beck to feel stuck in the middle.
And it was clear that Eric just likes to stir the pot and likes to start drama. So yeah, I can see why Amber likes Eric so much. I think they're friends, and I think Eric acts a lot like Amber.
Yes, they were, but podcasts now are so much more popular. I'm telling you, me and him would have had a podcast so fucking quick. And it just sucks because it's like, oh my God, if we like lived close, I'd be like, we need to hop on the podcast game because we could talk about everything and anything. And I genuinely think that people would be entertained by it. I am not even just like being cocky or what is it called? Honking my own horn. That is not what it's, that's not what it's called. I'm not, I don't know. You guys know what the saying is, okay?
She really doesn't know tooting my own horn. I mean, we all have brain farts sometimes, but I mean, yeah, they could do a podcast about nothing, right? If they were trying to actually have topics and stuff, neither of them, I don't know Eric at all, but I doubt either of them could really wax philosophical about anything important, you know?
I recommend, you asked about Vyvanse. It's changed the game for me with binging. Also curious, are you seeing or talking to anyone? Give us the goods. Thank you, Lauren, for the super chat. Vyvanse, I have been told about that. Maybe I can look into it. I'm glad it's helped you, and I am not seeing or talking to anyone, but I am going to keep my boundaries of not talking about my love life. I'm so sorry. I'm so
Vyvanse is like an ADHD medication. I just don't think that would help her at all, because I know that ADHD medications like Adderall and those kind of stimulant type drugs suppress your appetite, but that's not really going to help her. She will stop taking it to get her appetite back, because the appetite really isn't her problem. It's the food addiction. So if she started taking a medication that suppressed her appetite and kept her from eating, she would stop taking it because she wants that food. That's the problem. The food is the problem, not the appetite. She doesn't eat because she's hungry. She eats for any reason because she wants the food.
This is awful. I hope your new live stream era flops. I've only been a member for a week, but feel so disrespected and ignored by you on the stream. So disappointing. Steve, I've talked to you, what, 2 weeks now in a row? I'm sorry.
Holy parasocial relationship, Steve. Like, bro, first of all, the fact that you are becoming a member to Amberlynn Reed, you're already off to a bad start. But then the fact that you're like, I'm so disappointed that you wouldn't talk to me more. I hope your live stream era flops. Now, it could be a troll, which is stupid. Don't give her money to troll her. That's dumb. But I don't think it is. I think this person really thought he'd become a member and she would talk to him all the time or be his best friend or something. There are some really weird people, and most of them get kind of funneled into Amberlynn Reed fandom. And other lolcows too. You know, I think actual fans of basically any lolcow are pretty weird.
I don't know what I did wrong. It's hard to like, I don't know. I'm only one person talking to hundreds of people at once. You know, it's a little hard. What should I eat before work tomorrow? First thing I thought of was a poke bowl. Thank you for the super chat. And Haley, thank you as well for the super chat. I appreciate it. Jill said, girl, I truly feel like GLP-1s are your answer. I was watching an Ozempic vlog from 2 years ago and you were so much less inflamed and losing pounds. Oh my God, Jill.
All right, before we get into the Ozempic excuses she's going to have, just, again, think about this. There's super chats. She is barreling through them as fast as she can instead of really giving her answer some thought and making it feel like you know, this is a cool place to be. We have a parasocial relationship or whatever. She's just like, first thing I thought is a Pokeball. Anyway, moving on. And just one after another. It's because she doesn't want to give any thought to this. But the thing that's crazy to me is people paying her just to ask her stuff like, what should I eat before work tomorrow?
Thank you so much for the super chat. And thank you so much for actually fucking agreeing with me. I think about this every single time I lay my head to go to sleep at night on that fucking pillow. I think of myself of, I was on semaglutide. It was literally like 12 months ago. I got down to 467 or something like that. I felt less inflamed. I looked better in my clothing. My face looked better. My breathing was better. My walking was better. My lipedema was better. My brain fog was better. My everything was better. And my mom and I were actually talking about it last night. And oh my God, I have almost 2,000 people watching me. You guys are fucking so amazing. I can't.
Again, don't flatter yourself. The vast majority are haters and people that are like, hell, she's back. And they just want to see tea and drama.
But me and my mom were talking about it. And my mom was even like, girl, you need to go back on that. She was like, girl, you need.
So this is a little weird. She looked off to the side and it looked like she was looking at somebody or something specific. Now, I try not to be too much of a conspiracy theorist, but I don't know. That looked a lot like she was sort of grinning and smiling at somebody as though they're like sharing an inside joke for a second, you know?
My mom, okay, so a lot of people like have this misconception.
Yeah. People have been telling her that all along. She knows it works. Everybody knows it has worked for her. But again, it doesn't matter. The appetite is not the issue. So if she takes semaglutide or any kind of GLP-1 that suppresses her appetite, she will say she loves to lose that food noise and blah, blah, blah. But she will quit it as soon as she can because it's not about appetite. She is addicted to food. She loves to taste it. She loves the texture. She loves the experience of food.
Conception that my mom is like, she kisses my ass and like this and that. No, my mom is the most blunt person that you'll ever meet. She doesn't care whose feeling she's hurting. That's just who she is. Like, she is just 100% honest. She says it like it is. And I feel like you need that. You know, I feel like you need that in your life, especially when it's your mom. But she also like, she knows how to be like kind and sweet and motherly and sensitive when it needs to be. But anyways, she's like, girl, you need to go back on that.
Nobody is saying that she kisses your ass. We're all saying she's an enabler. I mean, it's not like she would be able to stop Amber from doing anything anyway, but it is clear she's not doing anything to help her daughter lose weight and to save herself. She's constantly buying her snacks and pointing out like, oh, you should try this new snack or you should try this new thing at this fast food place or whatever. That's not helping. So yeah, no, we're not saying she's kissing your ass. We're saying she is enabling you. And yeah, you need somebody to be blunt, and she's just not.
And I'm like, I know. And it's just hard because like Zepbound is like so expensive and then it gets more expensive as it increases and it's just like a lot. And then like the whole semaglutide thing, like the price isn't bad and it definitely works and does its job. But also at the same time, it's like semaglutide is not FDA approved. And I'm talking about the compounded semaglutide. So that gives me anxiety and like, that's a lot. But I definitely miss being inflamed. Or I miss being uninflamed. What is the saying? I don't know.
Yeah, but not enough to actually stick to it long term. She will quit as soon as she starts realizing that she can't have her yum-yums. She'll quit it.
That didn't work. Let's see. Sorry, a little bit behind here again. Can you tell us what happened during that Halloween party in the basement? We all just had a really good time. I hosted it, so I came up with 10 different games. And like, I love hosting, creating games and stuff like that. And every single one was like you can win money. And I don't know. It was so fun. Hey, Queen.
A Halloween party? It's July. Did I miss something? What is she talking about?
Pretty sure she talks to all her members. I've never felt ignored. She has been the most communicative YouTuber I have followed, and I still get giddy and excited about it. Thank you, Kendra. You're the sweetest. That means the world.
Now, think about that. She's saying Amber always talks to her members. Have you heard Amber's interactions with her members? It's either condescending, like, oh, I'm so glad it's working for you. I'm so glad you're doing that. And it comes off as really dismissive. If they're saying like, oh, hey, I'm doing this thing XYZ and I'm so excited about it. She's like, oh, that's so good for you anyway, and moves on. That's the interaction. And I guess that's good enough for them, right? Oh, she said she's happy for me. Yay. But that's the interaction she has. Moving on to talking about me now. I just wanted to say, good job, now me. Talk about me.
You definitely don't need a yes man. Yeah, exactly. My mom's a loudmouth who won't sleep until her point.
Are they trying to say that her mom is not a yes man? Bro, have they been watching the same videos we've been watching? Her mom just agrees with everything she says. And she backs her up when she is being delusional. But the biggest thing is, again, she just enables her.
Amber, like nothing you do is FFA approved. You know, it's not FFA, it's FDA. But you know what's crazy? Like I actually did some research and there are things that you wouldn't believe. There's so like makeup isn't FDA approved. I'm pretty sure makeup was one of them. There's like things that we use on a day-to-day basis that is not FDA approved, and my jaw was on the floor and I was like, oh, it's fine though.
Yeah. Again, she will just find an excuse not to do something like FDA approval and crap like that. She doesn't care. It's just an excuse.
Doesn't that mean you paid people to show up for your Halloween party? Kind of sad. You know what's really funny, Ando?
So they're saying because you had party games where you could win money, isn't that like paying people to be at your party? I mean, kind of if they know about it ahead of time, and knowing her, maybe, yeah, but if they just show up and you're like, hey, let's play these games and you can win money, then no, I mean, I guess not. But again, we know Amber, so it could very well have been that she said, if anybody actually showed up. I don't know anything about this Halloween party she's talking about, but if there were actually people there, it is very likely that she told them ahead of time that there's going to be money.
I'm gonna say this was after I did my Halloween parties and stuff. So there's this YouTuber named Remy Ashton, which her last name isn't Ashton anymore because she's married. I'm sure a lot of you know who she is. She is very giving with gifts, money, etc., when she does parties and get-togethers and stuff like that. So is Gabby from Nikki and Gabby. I'm sure you guys know who that is as well. And both of these people are like beautiful, popular, this or that. And when these people give money, gifts at parties and stuff like that, like everyone's like, oh my god, that's so sweet, like that's so her love language. But then when I do it,
Okay, so she's comparing herself to these people. Is she really about to say that people are going to say that she's paying people to be at her party because she's fat? No way. Is she going to say that?
people say that it's me like paying people to show up for the Halloween party, and I just feel like it's just so ironic that like three people can do the exact same thing, but the fat girl is the one that pays people to show up, but the
No, it has nothing to do with your weight. It's that people know who you are. If your first video ever was having a party where you're giving out money as prizes and stuff like that, nobody would think you were paying them to be there. People think that because we know you. We have seen your behavior for years. It's not because you're the fat girl. It's because you're Amberlynn Reed. So if anybody ever asks you, what do you mean Amberlynn has a victim mentality and is delusional? Just point them to this part right here. Timestamp this and send them here.
but the skinny, pretty ones are the ones that are like, oh my god, so sweet and generous. Hee hee hee. Like I can't. It's very weird, but it is what it is. Why do
See, it's always something other than her personality or, you know, the way she behaves or the way she treats people. It's because I'm fat. And the fat is because of genetics and because of swelling and because of anything besides her choices. Nothing is ever her fault.
people speculate something happened at the Halloween party with Eric and Ricky? They're actually, so what's happening is they're speculating between a party that happened. I know exactly what they mean, because there was a few things that happened one time during like a party that I was hosting where all of my friends got together and stuff, and it wasn't the Halloween party, but it was just like a party that was just like kind of hectic and fun, and a lot of people have been speculating about that from the end of time.
Did I miss something? I must have missed something. I have no idea what they're talking about.
You really help my Sunday scaries with these lives. I worked the same job for 3 years and still get anxiety on Sunday nights for some reason, even though everything's literally fine. Caitlin, totally get it. I'm glad that I'm doing these Sunday live streams now instead of just doing them on Tuesdays. I'm glad that I can help you. I love you. And
Think about the main character syndrome happening right here. I am so glad that I can help you by live streaming myself, talking about myself. I'm so glad that I can do some good in the world. You know, I know it's difficult for me to do, but somebody's got to do it. It's what I'm here for, is to help people with my stories. Not even stories, just opinions about herself. What a jackass. Somebody actually said, listening to your live streams helps me. Helps you what? Realize you're not a train wreck like her? What could she possibly be helping you with? God, these people are idiots.
What Halloween party are we talking about? I hosted a few. One year I was a vampire, and then another year I was Hermione from Harry Potter. So
okay, these are far in the past when she might have actually had some friends. That makes more sense. Now I'm getting it.
yeah. Do you think eating pasta is a good idea? Eat something healthier to save your life. So it's not the pasta that's gonna kill me. It's definitely not the carbs that's gonna kill me. It's the amount that I eat. But I fully support that your opinion is different than mine. Oh my god, we have 2,300 people watching me right now. I'm gonna leave.
It's not that their opinion is different than yours, because the carbs are not good for you. Pasta is like one of the worst things you can eat if you're ever trying to lose weight. But again, she knows better than everybody else. It's not the carbs that's going to kill me. It's the amount that I eat. But thanks for having a stupid opinion, you stupid, stupid face. That was my reenactment of that moment. But of course, she just misses the point entirely. And again, if you get asked, when has Amberlynn ever been smug? Just timestamp right there.
And I know you guys haven't like heard from me for a while since it's public now and like whatever. But long story short, like the Zoloft was doing so amazing, and then everything was just like going crazy, like hitting the fan on online again. And I was finally having anxiety again, and it was scaring me because it's like the Zoloft was finally calming me because I've been in fight or flight for my whole life, and I finally felt like my nervous system was calming down, and I was feeling so good. And then all of a sudden, I was hit with like real life stress and worry and anxiety, and I was feeling so fucking overwhelmed, and I was like crying again, and it just felt so horrible. But I'm finally getting out of that.
Is this a hint that she is either done taking the Zoloft or is going to be done taking the Zoloft? Because we knew that was going to happen, right? She doesn't stick with anything ever long term. I don't know. It sounds like the way she's talking about it, almost like it was in the past.
Are you manic? No, I'm not. Oh my god, yo mama, hello. ALR the best YouTubers, stop.
I don't really know much about Yo Mama, but the little bit that I've seen of him, I think he's just as much of a lol cow as Amberlynn. I don't know, man. He really likes to side with the worst people online. And wasn't he the one that like kicked, what was it, a cat or something? And she's giving him heart fingers? Like, come on.
Making me blush. No. That's super sweet of you. Thank you. And thank you for always like being so freaking unbiased. You are literally just.
Oh yeah, no, he is biased. He's biased on your side. For whatever reason, he has decided to hitch his wagon to your shelf and is on your side. I don't get it, man. And I don't understand how you can be on his side knowing what he has done. Unless I've missed something, that's the last I had heard about Yo Mama, is that he had been kicking a cat or something. Actually, I guess that kind of checks out. Knowing how he treats cats, I guess they would get along real well, actually.
Thank you for that. Like, you say the things that everyone else is afraid to say, and I fully support that and appreciate it.
No, he's just as delusional as you are. It's not that we're afraid to say. What are we afraid to say? I think she thinks we really deep down know she's a great person. She's so nice and loving, and she's an empath, but we're afraid to say it because the internet would hate us. No, you're a jackass, and you're a horrible human being with a heavy dose of narcissism. So, I mean, we're not afraid to say anything.
Is that the reason you haven't uploaded? Yeah, I've just needed, me time, this isn't fair or whatever.
What? She needed me time? We'll be generous and say she sleeps 12 hours a day, okay? And she works, when she's uploading regularly, she works maybe an hour a day, and that's generous. So what is she doing with the other 11 hours, Wouldn't that be me time? 11 hours a day of me time? Because those 11 hours, she's just watching YouTube and putting Legos together and eating. That's it. What could you possibly need a break from?
I don't know. I'm allergic to cats. I'm allergic to dogs. That could be why. I'm like always on my fur babies. I'm obsessed with them.
Including Romeo, by the way. Now, we have not seen Wasabi in a long time. We haven't seen Twinkie much either, but we have seen Twinkie a couple times in the last, little while. But we have not seen Wasabi in a long time. And we still haven't seen Romeo yet. I'm wondering when he will make an appearance. I think she will probably pretend like every time she's like, oh, Wasabi's right here off camera, because she's actually done this already, where she's like, oh yeah, Wasabi's right here next to me or whatever. It wasn't Wasabi.
Hold on. Press 1 if you can hear me. I hate when you guys do this. Press 1. Oh my God. Don't scare me. Okay, honey bear, thank you. All right, don't get semaglutide.
Don't scare me. Oh my God. She talks and acts like a fucking 12-year-old.
Tirzepatide is the same as Zepbound. Right. Oh my God, I don't know. There's like so many options and it's also so confusing. I'm just like, I don't know. So my doctor did give me, I didn't even say this part in my update, did I? He gave me a weight loss clinic's number. So he was like, I highly recommend, they're really good. Da, da, da. So I need to definitely talk to them.
Yeah. Okay. He handed her a piece of paper with a number on it and said, here, you throw this away for me. She's not going to call that number. Come on. Clearly, her doctor, who apparently gave her the number to a weight loss clinic, has never met her before or has no idea who she really is, because we all know that is just not going to happen. God, it is so weird that I think she really thinks she's going to call this weight loss clinic and that's going to fix everything. Now, she knows at this point, she's just going through the motions of the cycle. She knows she's never going to actually change. She likes to just kind of pretend and act like she's going to do something. She knows she won't.
Oh my God. Okay. So yesterday at bingo, like I've always known my mom is not much of like a drinker type deal. Like when we go out to eat, she barely drinks her soda. She barely drinks what she gets to drink. I'm just like, oh my God. But I think I finally like processed in my brain. My mom does not drink liquid at all through the day. Okay. So she explained to me, she goes, I have, a couple coffees throughout the day. And then I drink a soda right before I go to bed. And she was like, that's all. And I was like, Mom, what? I whipped out my phone so fast, went to the Amazon.com app, and I said, Mom, pick out an Owala water bottle right now. Which color do you want? I'm going to order it. So I ordered her an Owala water bottle instantly, and I got her this like purple one. It's supposed to be here tomorrow. And I'm like, Mom, I'm going to teach you. I'm going to teach you how to drink water. I'm going to teach you what changed my life, because trust me,
Amberlynn Reed. First, okay, before I get into the stupidity of what I just heard, notice that she has to make sure I bought this thing for my mom. I am so generous that I told her, pick out any one you want, any color. It's on me. And as usual, that's her narcissism showing. But Amberlynn Reed just said, I'm going to teach my mom how to drink water. A person who is known for doing the least healthy things on earth and never drinking water is going to teach her mom how to drink water. Now, she claims that since she got that Owala bottle, she has been drinking it all the time, you guys. It's all I drink. I drink more water than I eat food. Okay, we've heard this before. She got that coldest bottle and she claimed that solved all of her problems when it came to drinking water. She was drinking it left and right.
Even though I haven't gotten quite ready for the day, I do have my coldest water filled up. I try to drink one of those every day, and I have been successful in that.
Until she wasn't. So, shut up. Oh my God, shut up.
I never drank water from it there, like, at all. I never drank water from it there, like, at all. And the Owala water bottle changed my life. And so I got her an Owala, and I hope that she actually uses it. And I was teaching her, I was like, Mom, you have to put the ice in after you put the lid, because when I put the ice in, it gets all, stuck together. And then I can't even put the straw down. So I had to get a funnel, and it's like this whole thing. And then you have to get the Ozark water because it's like cheap and it tastes good. And it's like, I was trying to give her like all the tea about the water. It was so funny. But I just want to help her, because I noticed that like, when I went, you don't even think about it, right? So you're just drinking your diet sodas all day and like, you're used to how you feel. But then all of a sudden you stop the diet soda, you start just drinking water, and you notice after a week, you're like, wait a minute, I kind of feel like a little better. It's crazy how water can actually genuinely make you feel better. I know that sounds weird, but.
No, it's not weird. That is normal, but it really doesn't matter if you're still eating huge DoorDash meals several times a day. I don't know, man. And again, she's just making this up. And she said it was so funny how I was teaching her all the tea about the water. You're asking your mom to put a lot of work into drinking water. And if you're telling me that you are putting that much work into drinking water every day,
Bullshit? Bullshit.
Amber is not willing to put work into anything, much less drinking water, when she could be popping a diet soda. So, no, I don't believe it for a second.
I don't know. What kind of anxiety do you have? I have social anxiety. I have a lot of anxieties. I have separation anxiety. I have contamination anxiety. I have paranoia. I have anxieties about random bullshits. Like, I just have a lot of different anxieties. I just have.
That is such bullshit. You know, she claims to have all these anxieties that contradict years and years and years of her being on the internet and showing her doing all the things that she claims to have anxieties about with no issues. What she has is an addiction to sympathy. She has maybe Munchausen. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it turned out she had Munchausen, because she thinks it's interesting and quirky to have these anxieties and stuff like that. And she likes the attention. She likes for people to go, oh, girl, I'm so sorry for you, and all that kind of stuff. That is the main thing she wants in life, is that attention.
Panic disorder in general. Oh no, Birdie's ghost. Don't talk to me like that, please. Please, please, please. Can you just be nice? Please. How many Owalas do you drink a day?
Rarity's ghost. That's messed up, but that's kind of clever. If she were anybody else, it might have given her pause for a second, you know, made her think, but she doesn't give a shit.
I'm now up to 80 ounces. So 2, because my thing is 40 ounces. So. I've been on tirzepatide for 6 months. It's life-changing. It's the same as Zepbound. Please look into it. It's much better than semaglutide. I know tirzepatide is also compounded, right? I'll look into it. I'll look into these things because I just want to feel better. I do.
Yeah, she'll look into them. She's not going to do them. You know, she's not going to actually do anything long-term that will help her actually lose weight or get healthy, but she'll look into it, you know.
I think I'm genuinely enjoying doing these public so far. I just want to give an update on that. That could change next week. That could change in 5 minutes. But I think more people are joining Shroom Queens, which I love that, to be a part of the community so you can see the type of things we talk about. Love that. I also love the fact that you guys are hearing my narration through my mouth instead of like the game telephone. Did you guys ever play that in middle school where, not even middle school, elementary school, where like you have a bunch of people, you whisper something and then like you whisper like.
Yeah, we all know what telephone is and we know what you're getting at. What she's trying to say is when Salty Crab or somebody would do a recap of the live stream, she's trying to say that they are twisting her words. So now she won't have any excuse for the shit that she says. But Salty Crab has said and shown on a few occasions that she is just quoting Amber. Now, Amber will say, that's not what I said, but we know that that's what's happening. There are other ways to see her members only lives without being a member. So you can go see what she has said. And yes, Salty Crab did quote her every time she said she was quoting her.
A blueberry, a circle, and at the end of it, you hear like a zebra has a nurple. I don't know what that meant. It just means like through the game of telephone, you genuinely lose the actual narration. And that's kind of annoying sometimes. Leo, oh my God.
That's a single person repeating you is not a game of telephone. The idea of the game of telephone is that there's a lot of people in line that are repeating the same thing over and over again, and that's how it gets lost. If you were to play the game telephone and stop at the first person, that's what you're saying, basically. And this is completely different than that because she has it recorded. She can hear it over and over again just to make sure she gets it right.
Is that like the real Leo? Stop. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I stopped watching you. There was a minute where I was watching your videos for like a minute. I'm not gonna lie. Because I genuinely like your personality. I'm not gonna fib.
And think about what she's admitting here. She's saying, I watch reaction channels in my free time as long as they're at least somewhat nice to me. And I like Leo. He's fine. He's entertaining. He does have a great personality. But he is a relatively new and small reaction channel. So it's clear she's going out of her way to find people talking about her. That is her me time, you know? That's what she does all day, is watch any and every reaction channel she can find.
But then you were like angry for a while. And I was like, why is he angry? Is it work? Is it like life? Or is it me? And I couldn't deal with it anymore. So I haven't watched you in a couple months, but I hope you're doing well. I love your cat. Your cat is adorable. And I love when you would get mad that your cat, like the minute I start.
And here's the thing she needs to understand. reaction channels aren't for her. They're not advice for her. In fact, I got a comment at one point that said, yeah, give her your advice, and then another reaction channel will give her the opposite advice. And then what is she supposed to do? Who is she supposed to listen to? None of us. Our content isn't for her. It's about her. So, yeah, she should not listen to reaction channels at all for life advice. But she can't help it. She loves to listen to the reaction channels, especially if they're at least a little bit nice to her, you know?
Dog and your cat like comes up to the TV and like sits there and watches me. I'm sorry, but cats love me, okay? And I would love your cat. Anyway, if that's not Leo, I'm gonna be embarrassed as fuck. I like Leo because kind of unbiased. I mean, sometimes he goes with the rumors, but I also liked, I stopped watching him around the time when like people were saying that I was eating like 10,000 calories a day, and like he low-key stuck up for me, and he was like, that's just not it. That's not true. And I like that. I appreciate that. You're not just like on the hate train, the hate wagon, you know, but.
So there you go. She says you weren't going with the rumors. Basically, if you agree with anything anybody else says, then you're a hater and I don't want to watch you. Well, good. Don't watch us. Because it is rare that a rumor catches fire and starts spreading that it's not at least a little bit true. Now, sometimes they might get exaggerated a little bit. They might get twisted in some aspects. But for the most part, if a rumor really starts spreading like wildfire, it is mostly true, or at least based in truth. So yeah, she just basically just said, as long as you don't criticize me, then you're fine.
I don't really watch many reaction channels anyway. Like the only one that I'm still subscribed to, obviously Yo Mama, but that like genuinely does not count.
He doesn't count because he's biased for you.
I stopped watching Elizabeth because she started pissing me off, not gonna lie about it. And who am I subscribed to? I'm still subscribed to Zach because he doesn't talk about me anymore. So I don't know, it feels better. It feels good.
Yeah, it's not for you.
It feels genuinely good, like to not be a part of, like, just imagine every day, like just watching people say mean things about you. It's not good for your mental health. And so
like I said, our content, or at least my content, I guess I can't speak for everybody else. My content is not for her. But when she hears people say, hey, you're being narcissistic when you're doing this, or hey, maybe she shouldn't eat this or that, instead of saying, maybe all these people saying the same thing have a point. No, it's not that. It's that they're just being mean. They're just saying mean things about me all the time. Now, the way we say it might not always be the kindest, but instead of taking it as advice or, thinking about it, if it doesn't agree with what you like or what you want, then it's being mean. And that's how you build an echo chamber.
maybe you should go outside and explore a little too hard. Go outside and explore. I should explore.
She didn't get that because she doesn't remember saying it because it was stupid when she said it.
Cats don't run away, they explore. And they explore too hard and then they get lost. That's what happened with Rarity. She didn't run away.
Thousands of cats go missing every single day, and it's not on purpose. And it's something that I have to live with for the rest of my life. I still love every day. I wish my mom, I want to do a live stream with my mom, genuinely. So you guys can ask her the tea of it all. I talk about Rarity every single time I see my mom. I talk about Rarity constant, and I'm sure it's annoying as fuck. But Rarity was everything to me.
She posted one thing online about Rarity missing. That was it. She posted once, and from what I understand, did not help looking for her at all. Emily did all the looking.
Is everything to me. Will always be everything to me. And I've always said that, I want a piece of my pets forever. Obviously, no one's immortal. Nothing's immortal. Or is it more? No one lives forever. Nothing lives forever is what I'm trying to say. So I've always said that, I want to get my pets cremated, or, I just want something where they're with me forever.
That is a really weird and creepy statement coming from a known severe narcissist. I want to keep my pets with me forever. They can never leave. But it's also sort of protesting too much, she's wanting to convince you that she wanted Rarity forever. Because somebody who wants a pet to stay with them forever would never let one out intentionally. Allegedly.
And losing Rarity and like having the unknown has been the most painful thing I've ever felt. Like, you guys saw how much like we were glued to the hip. And
No. We saw that you told us that. You know, you would say that all the time, but we didn't see it.
it's something that I have to live with forever. And to be
This is such an act, you guys. This is such an act.
talked down to and berated and called a liar and said I did this on purpose is like one of the most painful things in the world, because I will choose my pets over any single person in this whole entire world. And I'm just gonna say that. So, are you wanting to start using semaglutide again at some point? I'm wanting to start using something. So it's okay, Lauren. Don't be sorry.
She can start using everything. The starting isn't the problem. It's the finishing and sticking with it.
Tell us about your Zoloft experience. It's going well, but like Zoloft isn't like the end all be all. So like when life hands you sour lemons, like sometimes you're gonna feel them. Sometimes you're gonna feel those sour lemons, those really, really sour ones. So yeah, I actually double my
All lemons are sour. If they're not, you've got something other than a lemon.
dose like officially tomorrow. My doctor wanted me to complete my 50 milligrams, so I completed my 50 milligrams. So I'm gonna be going on 100. And I'm a little nervous.
I thought she had already said she doubled her dose from 50 to 100 like a few weeks ago. So this clip is from July 7th. So yeah, a couple weeks ago.
But I just want to give an update on the whole doctor thing. So I am increasing my Zoloft. I was started at 50 milligrams and now I'm going up to 100 milligrams. Zoloft has absolutely been working.
So the way she said, I went to my doctor and we're increasing my Zoloft, to me sounds like she was increasing it back then. Like they were already in the process of doing it. But now in current day, she's saying she's going to be doing it in the future. So I don't know. And if it were anybody else, I probably wouldn't even think anything of it. But Amberlynn is a known liar. And so any inconsistency is worth pointing out.
Denise, I did not, honey. I did not. I left on my own accord. But
Denise mentioned Amber's departure from Wisconsin. And we all know it was likely not Amber's choice. But of course, Amber's going to deny that.
you know what? I really, truly don't want to get into this whole thing because I have promised myself that I wouldn't, and I have to stick to my guns. So I just want to make it known right now. If anyone sends me a super chat that makes me feel uncomfortable, I appreciate your super chat so much. If I do not respond to it, talk to your bank, figure out a way to get your money back if you so wish. But I need to keep my sanity here. I really.
You know, it's convenient that basically the only time she makes a rule and sticks with it is when she doesn't want to talk about or address some kind of rumor or some kind of allegation that comes from somebody who was actually there and might have receipts. But she made the rule for her sanity, of course. That's what it is. It's not that she's lying. It's to keep her sanity. It's to protect her peace.
Are you so scared to take your blood pressure meds? I am. Thank you. Next.
I mean, she's not taking it.
Detective. Anxious. I love seeing you here. You know what? I miss the sodas. What is going on? I need to message them. Because where are they? Like, you're allowed to do whatever you want on your stream. Yeah. Should we like get up and dance? I'm joking. Can you imagine? Did I get a new car? No, I don't have a car. Your hair looks cute today. Thank you, Elsie. I appreciate that so much. Guys, stop hating on my girl, Amber. Thank you, Haley. You're sweet. Amber, stay strong. Trying my very hardest over here. Where's Window? Are we about to do a confession time? Okay. I have one person blocked, and it's Window. Karina Kaboom is not blocked from chatting, but yeah, Window's the only person that I have blocked. I know that sounds crazy. I noticed that they were a troll, and I think it hurt a lot, actually, because, like, she would message me, you know, call me her sister and like this and that. Kyla, thank you so much for the super chat.
Yeah, if I remember right, I think Window, and maybe it was somebody else, but I think Window was like flirting a lot and really convincing Amber that they were like buddies and best friends, and then kind of eventually like revealed themselves to be a troll the whole time, and it really got to Amber. You could tell she was shooketh.
And then I started feeling like if I wasn't doing exactly what they wanted me to do, they were like kind of rude. And I was like, this feels weird. This feels off. Like, I can't do, I like genuinely, I was like, nah. Like, you played me for a fiddle. You played me for a fool. And I just did not like it. Tell us the Nikocado Avocado lore. Like, involving me? Okay, I can try. I'm just gonna do like a rundown of it. Okay, so I watched him for the longest. And this was back when he was like vegan and like, just to be descriptive, not to be fat phobic, but he was like skinny and he was vegan and like he had a sloth, like, excuse me, hi. He had like a parrot, like, I was like, this is so fascinating to me. I genuinely loved it. And I was like, this is one of the most sweetest guys I've ever seen. And then I was like, oh my God, he's gay. And I was like, oh my God, me too. And I don't remember how we started talking. I genuinely cannot remember. Like, it's not coming to me at all. But all I know is like, it went like, there's this blurry phase, okay? All of a sudden it goes to him and I like texted sometimes. And like, he would ask me, do you want to collab and this and that? Oh, folks, it was during an era where I didn't even want, you know, the walls in my room to see me, let alone a YouTuber that I looked up to so much, you know? So I would always tell him, I do, but not yet. Like, I do, but not yet. So we talked about random things. He was talking to me one time about
She always acts like other YouTubers and people take her so seriously, like that they think of her as like a professional. If Nikocado was actually contacting her and stuff, it was because he knew it would be funny. You know, she's always been a lolcow.
how some guy was coming over and they were gonna hook up, but they didn't. I don't know. He would talk to me about how like one time he was like trolling, saying that he moved into this like really tall, really nice apartment, but he was telling me on the low, he was like, this is just an Airbnb and I'm just staying here for a little bit, you know, like, so I would know some like behind the scenes thing. And, you know, we did talk about my cancer and he also would ask me, he's like, I'm going to do a, eating like Amberlynn video. So tell me, what should I eat? You know, it was very like that. It was very cool and fun and collective. Like everything seemed.
She is acting like her and Nikocado were like buddies, like best friends. And I would love to hear his side of it because something tells me that's probably not true. I don't know, man. The way she's talking about him, it sounds like they were best buddies.
Fine. Like he was always super nice. He would give me like advice and, you know, and then all of a sudden, I don't know what happened, but he switched. He started like making like subtle like jokes about me. He started riding a scooter in Walmart and like going to the journals, which is Amberlynn coded, going to the hot Cheetos, which is Amberlynn coded. And like everyone realized, wait, is he like trolling Amberlynn? And then it was when it was around my cancer era. He did this like crab mukbang. And if you guys know zodiacs, crab is cancer, cancer is crab, right? And he like darkened his knuckles and he started saying everyone can read through the lines. He was saying that I was lying about cancer, but doing it in like a very shady way, right? And it hurt my feelings so fucking bad, like genuinely so bad. And that was when his trolling just got way worse. He would say things like how his dietitian's name was Amber and like just saying awful things about me. And it hurt me so bad. So I texted him and I wanted to have like a real personal conversation. I really wanted to tell him like, what you're doing is hurting my feelings. Like, I get you're trying to get a click and it's really easy to make fun of me. Like, I'm an easy punching bag. I'm an easy target. Like, I totally get it. Like, people would be in full support of that. But I wanted to know like on a personal level that he still liked me, you know, because I thought we were like low key friends a little bit. And he literally texted me back and he was like, who's this? And I was like, oh, we're gonna play that game. And I was like, isn't this Nick? He lied and said no. And I know he was lying. Like, I'm not like an idioso. Like, I don't know. And that's the last time that we had any correspondence. And I did nothing to him. And I don't know.
He could have got a new number. I mean, that is possible. I don't know. I just don't believe that story. I believe that he trolled her because we saw that, but I don't think they were all buddy and stuff. I think they probably had some interactions, but nothing like the best friends that she's making them out to be.
I guess I just wasn't his cup of tea anymore. And that's fine. You know, it just like hurt my feelings though. I don't think I deserved it by any means. We all have our faults and our mistakes and we do things that we don't like. There's things that he's done that I do not agree with. Like him and Orlin like constantly like role playing to violence, like to me is like so distasteful as someone who like has experienced that, but also like witnessed my parents like.
As someone who has experienced it. Yeah, allegedly you have experienced it, but not as the victim.
Witnessed my dad like just beating my mom as a little girl.
Can you imagine what Emily and Jade and I mean even Destiny think when they hear her say that she's experienced DV when allegedly she's the aggressor? Because that story has come out multiple times And it's always allegations, so we don't know for sure, but that's gotta suck. To know what she has done and then to just hear her act like she's the victim.
you know? So it's like role playing and like faking violence is not cute and not something I agreed with. And this is the first time I ever said it out loud because I just don't want to be in the drama, don't want to be a part of that all. But like, you know, everyone does things that you don't agree with, but it doesn't mean like downright say that someone's faking cancer just to get clicks and views and just to get love and people to support you. Like, that's not okay. You know, make fun of me being in a scooter, fine, even though it's slightly ableist, but the cancer thing just shouldn't have been part of it, you know? Like I would totally forgive like the scooter, the dark knuckles, but the cancer is the part that really was like, whoa. I'm rambling. So if you guys haven't watched my live streams in a while, I ramble sometimes. So all right, let me.
Oh yeah, when she gets an opportunity to play the victim, she will ramble on and on and on. But if the questions people are paying for don't allow her to be a victim, she just rushes right through them as fast as she can. Wait, Nikocado Avocado? Oh, here we go. I'm gonna spend some time on this one. I wonder why.
Catch up on the chats here. Elizabeth said you can get it at Kroger. That's actually where I got the pickled baby corn. Is the price for membership still being lowered now that the lives are open to everyone? No, I'm gonna keep it at this amount for now.
$10. $10 a month, which is about the same as a streaming service to watch and chat on this live stream, on one of these live streams. God, people are so dumb.
So did you do something to make him turn on you? No, Catherine. See, that's the thing. And thank you for the super chat. Oh, XL Hoodie, you love rambling.
What a stupid question. Do you think she would answer that honestly if she had done something? Of course not. She's always the victim. She is the perpetual victim. Nothing is ever her fault.
No, I didn't do anything to him. So, I don't know. I mean, it is what it is. Like,
would he say that? Again, I don't think any of this happened to begin with, other than just the stuff that we could see, right? There was some trolling and stuff we could see, but no, all that buddy stuff, I just don't believe it.
maybe he was just over it. I don't know. A part of me felt like maybe he was just like upset because like I kept saying like, yeah, we can collab, but like I'm not ready. But like I said, I didn't even want the four walls of my bedroom to see me.
That's definitely it. He was upset because he couldn't collab with Amberlynn Reid. I mean, that would upset anybody. He had tried so hard to collab, and she just wouldn't. How dare she? Shut up. You really are trying to convince us that Nikocado Avocado turned on you because you kept turning down a collaboration with him? By the time he switched, as you say, he was orders of magnitude more popular than you on the internet. So yeah, he really needed that collab with Amberlynn Reid. Shut up. So at this point, she hit the hour mark and decided to open up the chat to everybody, not just members.
Let's eat. I'm gonna make some pasta, bro. I'm not gonna lie about it.
Does she not know the Les Eat thing? Did she? I mean, she had to have seen that, right?
I look bigger. I do look swollen. I ain't gonna lie about it. I definitely admit.
Swollen. Yeah, that's all it is. Swelling. You know, like when you stub your toe and it starts swelling. She just stubbed herself.
Oh my god, Beauty Beauty's live right now. Wait, pop off. I don't think we share the same viewers. And you know what? I love that for her. Okay.
You know, Girl World has a lot of crossover. You know, most people, from my experience, who watch Amberlynn also watch Foodie Beauty, but I just don't. I don't know what it is about Chantal. I just don't find her interesting. I don't know. I know she's just as unhinged, if not more so, than Amberlynn. And she's got quite a few more skeletons in her closet and stuff like that. But something about her is just annoying, but not in an interesting way to me. I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something. The problem is if I started reacting to Chantal, I wouldn't really know enough of her lore. Like, I know some of it. Like, I have watched a couple of Snowflake. I've watched a couple of his documentaries on Chantal, and I know enough to kind of get started, I guess. But I am not nearly as knowledgeable about her as I am about like Amberlynn or like Wings of Redemption and DSP and those kinds of people. So let me know though if that's okay That's the thing. I think that I would miss a lot of nuance by reacting to Chantal, but I don't know. Maybe it wouldn't matter, you know? I wonder if I can show the live replay. Let's see. All right, so yeah.
Window, if you're here, like spam.
This person says this person says Epstein files opinion. Yeah, we need to know Amberlynn Reed's educated opinion on the Epstein files, you know. I'm going to try my best not to really ever get too political. But everybody on Earth should know kind of what's going on with the Epstein files. And I highly doubt she has a fucking clue. If somebody said, what do you think about the Epstein files? She would probably say, I don't know what you're talking about. Or she would go, yeah, that's crazy, and move on. So, all right, I'll let the chat kind of go through just so you can, oh, look at people saying Romeo, 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 and she is not addressing it.
Say hi to William. Hi, William. Hello, hello. Oh my God, FBI Frank. Yeah, FBI Frank's real.
Oh, FBI Frank is real, but she won't say anything about Romeo. And just so you know, Amber apparently is really mad that I found out about Romeo, and she's even more mad that she doesn't know how I found out about Romeo.
I'm being trolled. You know, it's fine. Being trolled is fine. Just do it nicely. Anyway, so I opened the chat for a little bit, but I think I'm gonna go now.
So here's the thing. If Romeo was not real, she would say Romeo's not real because she doesn't have anything to hide, right? But if Romeo was real, then she sort of has to ignore it right now. I don't know why she doesn't just show the cat. Do you think it's maybe a little bit of guilt? My guess is that she's afraid to show the cat because it would show that she was ready to move on from Rarity. And she knows how the general audience would react to her getting a new kitten. And just FYI, she got the kitten from her stepbrother. In one of her members only lives, she had mentioned kittens, and I don't remember exactly what she said, but it had something to do with her stepbrother having some kittens or whatever. And a lot of people speculated that she would end up with one of them, and she did. I just think it's interesting because I really thought when I said something about Romeo, I figured I would post that and people would be like, oh yeah, Karina already talked about that or something. But no, that is not the case. It turned out I was the person that knew that. So in this next clip, Window is trying to explain what they were doing and why they got blocked, and Amber responds.
All I said was I think you should make up the streams. I think there was more. There was more. You know, there was more to it. So when I end my streams, people stay and they like chat, and Window, like, you stayed after I was like having my like anxiety, and I don't know, you just see, all you said was see ya. Well, I had a panic attack, and I was like, I don't like you anymore.
Yeah, that's pretty serious narcissism and main character syndrome. You didn't stay and talk me through my panic attack, so I blocked you.
Sorry, that sounds horrible. And I did it while I was like in the middle of my like panic meltdown. So it is what it is.
Now, I will say, if you're gonna chat, maybe they're just saying fat, like that. I mean, we can do better than that, you know? Brookshire. I mean, you're not wrong, but I mean, let's be a little bit more creative, you know?
But I am gonna go. I thoroughly enjoyed this. I enjoyed this. So it was good vibes. I mean, yeah, people try to troll, people try to be hecticana, if you will. But I
Ew.
don't know. I'm okay. And I feel better. So thank you guys so much for being here. And hold on, I forget how to do this. The X up top. All right, I'll see you guys on my next live stream. Will be Tuesday. Video. I wanted a video to go up tomorrow, but I don't know. But we'll see. Bye, guys.
So, yeah, this was pretty delusional. It was long. You know, this will probably be a really long video, but I think the biggest takeaway from this whole thing was when she was talking about how anytime somebody disagrees with her, it's just being mean. You know, as long as you're agreeing with me, then you're fine. Also, I just think it's interesting that she just admits to, yeah, I like watching Leo. I like watching Elizabeth and all that stuff until they say something that makes her mad, which is inevitably going to happen, right? Reaction channels are going to call you out on something, even if they try to give you as much of the benefit of the doubt as possible. At some point, they're going to call you out. Maybe not yo mama. You know, there are a few people that are just going to kiss your ass no matter what. But if a reaction channel is being honest, they're going to say something that's going to piss you off at some point. I will probably not have another video up this week. I'm going to be out of town, but I will try to kind of keep up with what's going on and see if I can, I don't know, come up with something. But if not, I appreciate you guys so much, and I'll see you next week. Take care.